Hi guys, you're tuned into another Rappler Live Jam. My name is Amanda and we're here tonight with hip hop collective Bawal Clan. They'll be playing 5 songs for us tonight, so stick around, stay tuned. But for now, let's get to know the group. Hi guys. So introduce
Hey guys.
yourselves
Hi.
one by one.
Go ahead, do you know?
What up? My name is Dizzy Savage. Saan ba yung camera dito? Okay. All right, all right. Here, there you go.
Anywhere.
Oh, there, 360. All right, well, let me be part of the crew. Okay. Jesus. Grabe.
Damn, do you know?
God,
This is a long
man.
intro. Yeah.
I'm that guy.
He's that guy. Dizzy
Okay.
Savage. I'll go next. My name is Christopher Control. I go by Manila Money.
Make a man. Yeah.
Hey, what's good? Hey, my name is Anton Brown. You're.
My name is RJT.
Hey, my name is Young Bawal.
So my name is Nuevo.
Yes.
Hi guys. Welcome to Rappler. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? So,
Rapper.
oh,
Did you guys get that?
that was cool.
Athlete right here.
Reflexes.
Athlete right here.
So, how did you guys come together, Bawal Clan? You've been together since 2016 as a group.
I think Young Bawal
Yeah,
will be the one to
it's-
answer this.
Who's the best person to talk about this? RJ?
I think RJT knows more than I do.
Does anyone
I have
know?
a long version story, so I'm gonna not give you the long version.
Make it short. Start off as an inside joke that we had with each other.
What was
Yeah.
the inside joke?
All right, we're just a bunch of dudes that I guess like have their own background in music, and then we just all use the studio at Young Bawal's studio, and then we were all collaborating with one another, and then eventually we all became Bawal Clan as a joke. Yeah.
And Bawal Clan is your name because
Yes,
I'm so
inside
curious
joke,
about what
guys.
this inside joke is.
It started with That's Bawal.
That's Bawal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm in on the joke. Oh my god.
Bawal.
So yun na yun. That's Bawal.
I mean, we could give you the long version. Sige.
Go
okay.
ahead.
Damn.
So we
you
have
guys ready?
there's-
Live jam,
all
long
right,
version.
So there's this guy. His name is Pete. Pete, right?
Yeah.
Pete, and then he does tattoos and stuff. So he's like Korean, right, from the States. He's Chinese. Sorry, bro. Rice is
bro.
rice, bro.
Hey, bro.
Rice is rice. So yeah, they were teaching him English, and then he learned Bawal, and then like,
Racist,
"Uy,
bro.
what are you doing? You're making Yossi. That's Bawal," and it started from that.
Right.
That's Bawal.
So shout out to
That's Bawal.
Pete.
Pete,
And
He
shout
is-
out to all the security guards.
who say, "Oh, that's Bawal.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Bawal."
Wow.
And all the old people, grandparents, ay, that's Bawal. Yeah.
That wasn't so long. That's not a long story.
Well, I think everybody has a different like approach to it too. I
Also,
'cause
you have a
like,
different
I
version.
I moved
It's long
to the
now.
Philippines from the United States. I'm from San Jose, California, but I
Right.
moved here in July 2016. I met Gap like on an earlier trip. Like when I was living in Korea, came here and met Gap, kept in touch. When I moved here, he was like, "Yo, I need you to meet like these guys, come to the studio." So I got to know everybody like being in like the live recording studio space, and then we clicked and then decided to
Right.
perform as a group, right? So
And you said you all have different backgrounds. So how do you bring it together as one group?
I think the common ground was really our recording studio. It was actually Neil's and Young Bawal's and Buddha's recording studio. And all of us individually were making our own music. So that was like one of our common grounds.
Right. And you've released 2 albums, right? So far.
Yeah.
So
Two.
tell us about those albums. Paid in Bawal.
Oh yeah, it's this one.
you know, you want to talk? You want to get that?
Paid and
No?
Bawal.
That was the first one.
Oh man, how did it
we
start?
had- we
I
had,
just
like-
remember just recording
we
on the
had-
last day because Neil told me if you don't record now, we're cutting you, and then
Wow.
not literally, but like cutting you. Yeah. So I'm
Big facts.
Strict.
yeah. So I had to make like what 6 songs on the last day, 6 verses. I don't know. So I don't know the. How do we start?
did a show for MTV,
Oh yeah.
but we didn't have any like group songs at the time. Just all solo performances.
Was it MTV?
Yeah. So like we started working on more group songs so that we could perform them for that show.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when we would get booked, because each of us have solo music, like we would add that to the set. But as a posse and as a group, we only had one to start off, and then it added 2, 3. But the whole process of the album was really just getting to know each other. We would sit in the studio space, Neil and Pope, they would make a beat, and we'd be vibing to the music, just like sitting in different corners of the studio, like writing at the same time. So
Wow.
came together like that.
So all of you write at the same time the same song.
Not all.
Not
all
every
at the
time, but
same
that was
time.
just an
But some-
example of
like
like
it
how we
happens
would
for
create.
some songs. I'm intrigued about that. Like, how does that work?
He stays there. I stay here.
It's like
we listen
Dino,
to the song.
Dino, don't move.
So
Because
how
if
do
you move,
you-
I'm not
So
gonna
I'm
write.
just
And
on my
everything you write ends up in the song. Like everything everyone writes ends up in the song. Huh.
We just
Nah.
take turns like
Yeah, there'll definitely be like verses that we write that will be like scrapped or we'll edit or like things like that. So it won't always be like the final right then and there, but it'll be close enough to it, basically.
And through time, we become like bad cops with each other, where it's like, yo, that sucks. Yo, that
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Right.
Let's scratch that. So
There's
That
a lot of
sucks.
crying
don't work.
involved. I'm the
Yeah.
one
and
usually
it's
crying.
okay. Like
Dino
we
cries
we
a lot.
experiment. So if it sounds good,
Dino
we say,
and
okay, let's
Vanilla
keep it. If
Money,
it doesn't sound
they're-
good, scratch it.
Yeah.
They're the crybabies
No
of the
hard
group.
feelings. No one gets butt hurt.
Right.
I know.
Except for Dino.
Except for-
Sometimes, but
Yeah, except for
I
Dino.
invite the hurting of the butt.
Yeah,
The
he's,
what?
I don't
he
know.
invites
I don't
that.
know what that means.
That's-
Sometimes I get
actually.
the numbing cream.
The what?
All right. Anyways,
Yeah, that's
Should
Dino's
we go into
private
that
life.
right
Hey,
now?
hey, bro, your private life ain't a part of this.
Sorry,
this
sorry,
discussion,
sorry,
bro.
sorry.
Okay.
Right.
So
Music,
do in your
music.
private
that
time?
that was Paid and Bawal, and that was the same process that you did for the latest album, Nightmare
Nightmare on 66.
on 66. What
Yeah.
is 66? Why is there
so-
a nightmare there?
So 66 was from the old studio of Young Bawal
The
and
address
DJ Buddha.
number.
Their address, the house number was 66. And the whole Nightmare thing comes from. So Paid and Bawal, we played off of like an old movie called Paid in Full. And we basically played off of that and then just flipped the name and made it work to our advantage and made it Paid and Bow Wow. The same thing goes with Nightmare number 66. We got that from Nightmare on Elm Street. And then we just flipped it and made it Nightmare on 66, you know? So, yeah.
And we were supposed to
So-
release it on Halloween because we
Yeah.
had like a bunch of like horror themed songs.
Yeah, so basically the whole album is like, in a sense, horror themed. So that's why it sounds a lot more darker and
Very
a lot
dark.
more aggressive and a little more, just
Scary.
a little like punchier in a sense. The beats have a little more of like a scary feel and like a more like
Dread.
weird sort of like ambiatic, like scary sounds and stuff like that.
So the songs you'll be playing for us tonight or performing for us tonight, that's from the new album.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are the scary
Except for
songs.
one song, which is Bobby Bobito.
Okay.
That was a
And
single.
that one's just a single. That was just single. Yeah.
Says Bobby. So, you guys have a lot of music to perform for us tonight, and I'm excited to hear it. But before we get into it, you guys said, I think I read it on your Spotify bio, that you want to represent Philippine hip hop to the world. So, what is Philippine hip hop for you? Like, is there even a way to define it? It's so diverse.
Well, one way for me to define it is basically just, I grew up here, mainly. So, just being in like certain areas of the Philippines, hang out with certain people in the Philippines, just being like exposed to like street life and urban culture in the Philippines, and just being like one in that scene and trying to put that scene on the map. So that's basically what hip hop like incorporates all of that into
Right.
one thing: street culture, urban culture, and like everything around that. So we all come from a background where we all were in that scene and we're pushing that sound, pushing that culture, because it's really just a culture that's what we're pushing. We're trying to add that onto the whole global hip hop culture, you know.
So it's
yeah.
the culture, the Filipino culture that you're inspired by. It
exactly,
makes
yeah.
it different.
Yeah, exactly. So like, from like old like culture from back in the day, like our local heroes, our national heroes, and what they pushed, to what our culture is now in this present time, and what like young kids and other people in the streets, when other people that were
Right.
trying to be like local, like advocates and stuff like that to make a change and stuff like that. So yeah, basically things like that.
And yeah, when you talk about the Philippines, I mean, you said it. It's a really diverse country. We have a lot of different, subcultures or cultures everywhere you go. And when you look at Bawal Clan, we represent that diversity.
Right.
Na parang yung iba lumaki sa abroad, yung iba dito, different backgrounds, different, social statuses, different beliefs, different everything different, but we all came together and somehow ended up, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to represent.
So the group in itself is a representation of the Philippines in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
It is. Yeah.
In terms of stuff that you write about, is there any, like, do you focus on a particular theme?
I think for the second album, Nightmare, that was more.
That was more
Of,
like a nightmarish theme. We try to make it as like
Why nightmare?
as dark as possible in a sense, like, but still easy to like listen to, and still something that could uplift you in a sense. It's just the theme of it was to have it like sound a little eerie, sound a little like
Why?
um
For Halloween.
For Halloween,
For me,
yeah.
for me, the way I look at it, so one, like the whole group, it was like as a Halloween thing and stuff like that, but for me, the way I approached it all was each like of those sounds in that whole tape that is like eerie and kind of dark and stuff like that. I like to incorporate sounds like that in even my own individual music, just because that's how the real world is. It's not ever gonna be rainbows and butterflies. You have to accept the negative to learn how to be the positive, so you
Yeah.
have to, if you don't accept the bad, then how can you actually be good, so it's like you have to, I try to like put myself in both places, and I try to like incorporate that aspect of life in whatever I'm writing and like, putting into my music basically. And that's what, I mean, that's just how I approached it when I was writing.
Cool. So this album, you released it recently, 2018 or
2019.
2019, so it's new.
June 6th.
Oh,
Yeah, so
it's
6,
so
6,
very new.
6/6, 2019.
Nice. A few months old, basically.
Mhm.
Where can people hear it?
So it's on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon,
Everywhere. there's
basically
music.
every
Yeah.
single streaming platform except for SoundCloud.
Why?
It's on YouTube and all that.
Okay, cool. So, aside from the album, now that it's out, what else do you guys have on your plate upcoming? Any gigs? Any?
bunch of
So
gigs
we have
lined
a whole
up.
lot of gigs lined up for October. One of the more mentionable gigs would be the ASAP Ferg gig coming up on October 3.
Yeah.
We're also dropping music videos pretty soon. We have 2 videos. One that's like a double feature, so there's 2 songs in one. But yeah, there's videos coming out.
That people can watch on
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
So before you start your set, where can people find you online?
At Bawal Clan.
That's
Yes.
Everything.
That's simple.
On everything.
If anyone gets it wrong, it's their fault.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so it's at Bawal Clan is the whole group. Everybody has their own individual accounts as well.
Oh, go ahead.
So it's
That's
start.
at Manila Money.
At Mick Raman.
mine's at Anktan Brown.
Mine's at young_Bawal or young.
Mine's at The Ranged Poet.
Man, y'all sound so cool. Mine's at Dino Calates.
Mine's at Nuevo Music PH.
Okay.
And again, the collectors is at Bawal Clan on everything. Yeah.
Yay. Thanks, guys. All right. I think it's time to get started? Right. Yeah. All right. Take it away, guys.
I got my mic.
Check. Check one. Yeah, yeah.
Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak, at ng Espiritu Santo.
Magandang gabi,
Amen.
interwebs. Yeah.
Bawal, bawal.
Sparks ignite, come through with a butane. Burning whole crew, throw you new pain. Take shots, better aim, head shot, better claim. Head bop, finna bring a snap, be a main, bang, bang. Take shots like I'm Luke Cage. Make a killing in the game, it's the new age. Don't tryna game, this is how it is, yo. I'm just doing brain, yeah. Killing to the main. Hit it in the vein. Feel the kids bang, bang. Damn for me, Usain. Pack for the Usain. Track for the Usain. You snap. Snap for the man. Snap, yeah. Pop.
Dami ng sinasabi, dami ng nalalaman, dami pinaglabanan, dami pinagdaanan, dami mo nang nakita hanggat sa namulat ang utak. Nawawala, naglalakad parang nagagalala sa gubat. Dami mo palang utak, di matansya masukat, para lang isang tupa na may topa kang sinusunuran. Dami mo nang nasagi, dami na rin nadali. Ba't ka ba nagtataka kung may nagbabaka sa kali-kali?
Womb to the tomb, tomb to the womb. Fed a lot of bullshit from a spoon. Resurrected from the grave by the fumes. From the belly of the beast, let it bloom. Feeling creeping from behind like a ghoul. Feeling like you are just trapped in a room. Knowing that the end is near, coming soon. This is just another chapter of doom. Womb to the tomb, tomb to the womb. Fed a lot of bullshit from a spoon. Resurrected from the grave by the fumes. From the belly of the beast, let it bloom. Feeling creeping from behind like a ghoul. Feeling like you are just trapped in a room. Knowing that the end is near, coming soon. This is just another chapter of doom.
See, I'm still awake, I'm standing with a straight face. Just between you and I, the only reason I rap is so I can speak my mind. See, I could get you dancing or make you mortified. You gotta understand, I chin check motherfuckers like all the time. See, easy call it bully rap, I call it honest rhyme. She's sitting on your lap, make sure you love her like all the time. See, I'm thinking pretty weird, no routine for the Sunday vibe. I write this in the studio with my boys inside on a different vibe.
Heavy artillery for what you said to me. Roll with the gang, never said to me. Thinking about cheddar, that broccoli, delicate. Then they make enemy, follow you steadily. But really killing the enemy. Living to kill an enemy. They nigga move like a friend of me. Enemy taking me, calling them felony. Popping out white tea with stains. Washing out blood on my hands. Sweeping them, throwing a cane. I got that bow out of bang. Floating up, looking at bang. Write the wrong letter, you hang. Block in the pain. I got that bow out of bang.
Dami ng sinasabi, dami ng nalalaman, dami pinaglabanan, dami pinagdaanan, dami mo nang nakita hanggat sa namulat ang utak. Nawawala, naglalakad parang nagagalala sa gubat.
Womb to the tomb, tomb to the womb. Fed a lot of bullshit from a spoon. Resurrected from the grave by the fumes. From the belly of the beast, let it bloom. Feeling creeping from behind like a ghoul. Feeling like you are just trapped in a room. Knowing that the end is near, coming soon. This is just another chapter of doom. Womb to the tomb, tomb to the womb. Fed a lot of bullshit from a spoon. Resurrected from the grave by the fumes. From the belly of the beast, let it bloom. Feeling creeping from behind like a ghoul. Feeling like you are just trapped in a room. Knowing that the end is near, coming soon. This is just another chapter of doom.
Yeah. Hey, the name of that song was Doom. You can find that on Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening. What's up, Rappler? Happy birthday, Maita. What's good, cuz?
Rappler.
Shout out to the one guy in the back.
Hey.
Thank you for the applause.
Got some
Thank you.
claps in the back.
Big love.
What's up, Schnaby? What's up,
Bawal
Happy?
clan.
Hey, the name of this next song is Tell him.
Palumpalo.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Palumpalo, para nasapak sa mukha. Silipin at sulitin ang galaw at ang baraha. Ingat sa binabangga, baka masagasaan. Maraming nakaharang, makita ang daan. Tahimik lang tahimik at mainit ang kalsada. Pinihit lang utak at gumana. Gumuhit na ang tapang, mabagal lang ang gapang. Nilamon at sinukan ang sistemang binanatan.
Take this for example, or maybe absolute truth. Check the statements like accountants, statement what you say so. But it ain't so, no one will believe you if you say it over Santos. Say whatever sample. You gotta call before you both to be making calls like a cell phone. Low-key or you well known. Must be a whole lot of corn between us to be rubbing elbows.
On it through with social media platforms. I see the comet pass a puffy clouds that seem to deform. I told stories of seashells at the seashore. I always plan to see more. Well-traveled hammer G-force. When I write, I tend to speak more. See the backseat right is where I tend to be more. Feels like 3 times reborn. I'm humble. I'm talking about the times that happened before. No mumble.
Naglalakad sa kahabaan ng boni nagmamasid. Buhay nga naman sa kalsadang di matuwid. Nagdidilim ang aking paningin. Nagsilabasan ng pangil ng mga hayop sa dilim. Gusto po, eto na't nagkagulo. Ang dami nangyayari, utak ko'y litong-lito. Mabuti ba naman o masama, wala naman pagkaiba, di ba? Mawala ng diwa.
Rappler.
Palumpalo.
Yeah, cool ass shit.
That's the one guy in the back.
Hey, the name of the song is What's Really Good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You now rocking with the Bawal clan. Yeah.
Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons. Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons. Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons. Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons.
Pass it, ash it, my mind do rim gymnastics. Brain cells stack these bandwidth, stretch cash flow Benjis, elastic. Dead press in the car, the plastic commas collecting in caskets. Pumula, Chiba plus excess simple mathematics. Vernacular be superb, indulgent in the finest herb. Never trust a lying bird. Motherfuck what you heard, they shitting on your worth. Ain't come around with this shit work. You fool for the worms, I put them in the dirt. Go pop, 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 fire them shots. Bodies on the roster, drop in the name of hip hop.
Cross and lock, finger on trigger and ready to pop. Syllable, sending them shots. Reeling in, wait for the drop. Killing him, I cannot stop. Hitting me right on the dot. Throwing that head in the box. Playboy, I'm higher than bunnies with hops. Give me the guap. Truth has been given, it's all that I got. I don't got a lot, but you hear the splash when I'm taking a shot. But you can't deny these fingers is hot. Keep staying on top. Gutter to gutter within every block. The cream of the crop. We watching the clock. Never gon' flop. Hit me the rock and I'm making it knock.
Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons. Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons. Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons. Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around.
Fire burner really hot, got that blue flame. Finna run up in your spot with that boom thing. Yeah, nigga wanna lie, give me mood swings. Hit a nigga at his spot with a mood ring. Blink, blow, big bird, Bobby Boucher. Finna cap a nice chain like Gucci. Yeah, nigga down the ride, where do you stay? Yeah, nigga down the ride, where do you stay? Got a lot of demons running in my fucking mental. Since a little youngin', I've been thugging heavy metal. Gotta carry weight, I learn the bands on my levels. Pussy nigga, you ain't even on my fucking level. I don't see no time to many diamonds on my bezel. Pussy nigga, you ain't really fucking with my metal. Hey, I gotta live in the body, run the bloody pedals. Leave your body in the blood with all your bloody pedals.
Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around in goons. Point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. since I was a little kid. I hang around and point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around and boom, point out, shoot, mighty touch the roof. Since I was a little kid, I hang around and
Yeah.
All right.
Rappler.
Hey, name that song is. Name that song was really good.
All right, now it's like 4 people.
Here.
Thank you.
Hey, name this next song is called Yeah.
Yeah.
Featuring Chrissy Cakes. Shout out to Chrissy Vilonco, aka Chrissy Cakes.
Chrissy Cakes.
Out in the Bay. Yeah.
Bay Area, actually SoCal now, California.
Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby cameo.
I'm just finna blow. I'm just finna blow now. Got these pieces in my soul, and they're getting me back home now. I just wanna know. I just wanna know now. Don't be fucking with my flow. If you do that, it's gon' go down. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah, yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah, yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah, yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah.
Blowing little G sign, yeah. Throwing up a peace sign, yeah, yeah. Flowing energy like, yeah. I said, fuck all enemies like, yeah, yeah. Get it as you please like, yeah. Man, do not go from trees like, yeah, yeah. Cheddar, cheddar cheese like, yeah. Got no time for catching Z's like, yeah, yeah. I'm just this one with the wave. Don't really care about what you say. Pray for the gang every day, yo. But trust me, we all on the way. Pull up with a clan, your homie, we don't play. Rep it every second, every week, all day. Way too hot to handle less if we on flames. Hit it, never quit it with a heat on blaze. Kick back with a neck full of business. Put this metal in your mouth just like a dentist. Pop, 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 pop. Lately I've been feeling like a menace. I ain't Dennis, I'm a real nigga image. Yeah. Use your fucking brain before you lose it. I'm a master and a motherfucking student. Master and a student. Ain't running to the green, you see me cruising. My villains fuck around and we gon' lose it. Pop. That's sad, about to blast that shit to him. Hey. With a stack sack, gotta catch that shit fluid. Hello. With a bandit, then I pass that shit to him. Hello. Get a minivan for the gang, we moving. Hey. I see all these demons tryna move in. Hey. Can't ever be lacking, I ain't stupid. Hey. If you hear me say it, I'ma do it. Hey. Please don't test my patience, I'ma lose it.
I'm just finna go now. Got these pieces in my soul, and they're getting me back home now. I just wanna know. I just wanna know now. Don't be fucking with my flow. If you do that, it's gon' go down.
Played on your phone with the Bluetooth. While you sitting on Vo's, got me ooh. Coming straight out the box with my new shoes. With the candy on point like an old school. I made it this far, fucking who knew? I keep checking off my list, call it to-do. Listen, calamansi, it's a soju. No codeine, sipping protein, eating tofu. Ain't no sis on a hit list. See, I don't give a fuck about real shit. I always come sick, no bullshit. And I'm floating on the water like a cruise ship. See my head so clean with the 2 clip. As I ride this beat, I let the truth hit. See, I always try to rap as a cool kid. You can take my Kodak with my new drip, Kuya Chris.
Center myself as I meditate. Yeah. Looking on the clouds as I move the stage. Yeah. Get the negative and eliminate. Never do hesitate to obliterate. With the wrath, killing titans that be clashing. Spitting passion, somehow save the masses. Full of daily no waiting on the first to cash it. All my brothers on that Super Mario smashing.
I'm just finna glow now. Got these pieces in my soul, and they're getting me back home now. I just wanna know. I just wanna know now. Don't be fucking with my flow. If you do that, it's gon' go down. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah, yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah. I don't give a fuck, I'm like yeah, yeah.
I don't give a fuck, I like ya. I don't give a fuck, I like ya. Yeah. I don't give a fuck, I like ya. I don't give a fuck, I like ya.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. All right. There's like 7 people now. All right.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's all right. All right.
Okay.
And yeah, our last song for
What?
the night. Yo.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Bobby.
Bobby, where you at?
Bobby.
Bobby need to be here, and then we'll just be rapping around him.
Bobby.
Uh-oh.
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 Bobby.
Bobby. Oh.
Special request. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
They call me Bobby. Bobito. I fuck your bitch. She call me Tito. They call me Bobby. Bobito. I fuck your bitch. She call me Tito. They call me Bobby. Bobito. They call me Bobby. Babito. I fuck your bitch. She call me Tito. They call me Bobby. Babito.
Bobby.
Yeah, I get lit, I get rowdy.
Yeah.
Off the top, I'm such a
Hardy. Yeah.
Bobby. I take a piss on your Audi.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck, you ain't bout it.
Ay.
Skate through the city, we mobbing.
Ay.
Hit in the club and we wildin'.
Ay.
Your whole on us, we vibing.
Ay.
Took her back home, now she vibing.
Ay.
Big blacks in that big gap. Wouldn't wanna get smacked with that big gap. Got a lot of sauce dripping a double Big Mac. Ladies on the floor, now ladies don't wanna hit that.
Fire starter, I'ma bring this party back to life. You don't need to gas me up, just pass the lighter, I'll ignite. Tell your girl she could come over, yeah, tonight could be a night. That you with the one and two, my move so smooth, yeah, I'm that nice. Bobby, let me by the start shit. Bobby, by to jump into the mosh pit. Bobby, be the man, he got the juice. Bobby, Bawal clan, now who are you?
They call me Bobby.
Babito.
I fuck your bitch. They call me Tito. They call me Bobby. Babito. I fuck your bitch. She call me Tito. They call me Bobby. Babito. They call me Bobby. Babito. I fuck your bitch. She call me Tito. They call me Bobby.
Babito, pussy bandito, I take my women in 308. Out of my face, you fake, you lame, can't skate here, bitch, get out of my way. Bobby might leave with your shorty, Bobby might fuck in the lobby, Bobby riding like a Harley, keep clowning, you might get body. Dripping bottom, tumutulong, bumubuho sang sausaw at swabe. Ang galaw kaya na snatch ang iyong sindahan. Grinding daily, trick can't phase me, flipping for the innocent. Bobby Babito, Cabenedito, swagger machino, sila sa frio, eh.
Nobody fucking with Bobby. Ground on the ground, they mommy. Do what I will, can't stop me. Walking around like I'm Brody. Bitch in the crack, she want me. I ain't me feeling my body. Bitch in the crack, she want me. Mommy, call it Poppy.
They call me Bobby.
Babito.
I fuck your bitch. She call me Tito. They call me Bobby. Babito. He'll fuck your bitch. She'll call him Tito. They call me Bobby. Babito. They call me Bobby. Babito. They call your bitch. She call me Tito. They call me Bobby. Babito.
Shout out to my boy OG. Shout out to the little prince of the north. It's okay to put the ass in embarrassment, as long as you put the ass in class, boy.
Thank you very much.
Free Looney.
Oh, shout out to Chris Elvis Presley one time.